welcome back to my blog for episode number 2. So today I'll be focusing more on the first rebuild. So back when I got the car in February 2012 to having it ready by September 2012. So I'll give you guys the whole scoop on that and how it went, what happened, and what parts we used and what we learned. So even after all of my uncertainty, I still bought the car, evidently. After a long day driving back from Beauceville, Quebec, so that's approximately 9 hours, if I'm not mistaken, from my hometown. I got home, took the car off the trailer, and it went into the garage. I immediately started a fire. My boyfriend, who, like I said before, is now my husband, he was up north working, so he wasn't even home. I started taking the car apart. I was just so excited. I just wanted to take it apart. I did like the basic stuff, took the headlights off, the fenders, just the simple things, because really I didn't really have a lot of hands-on experience, so I didn't want to screw anything up too bad before he came home. So I just wanted to get a taste of the car. I started looking around it, starting to get a feel for it, and was getting myself hyped up for what would be the biggest project of my whole life. So what we're thinking happened is that the previous owner of the EVO had a front-end collision which caused the damage that I explained in the previous episode. So like I said, we brought the EVO home. I started working on it right away. When my husband got back from up north, he started taking it apart. He was the master mechanic behind the whole build, so I can't take credit for that, but I did learn a lot along the way. We managed within those 7 months to get the EVO from what it looked like to a beautiful car at the end of it all, and I was able to go to my first show in September with it. So of course things went a little overboard during the rebuild, so there wasn't really a line between what was required to change on the EVO and what was just extra. Seeing as the EVO 9 was never made in Canada, it was already rare to start, and really we wanted to get that EVO 9 and make it as beautiful as possible and what we wanted. So of course that included going a little bit extra. So I'll explain here next what was required and then what we did, just to show you the difference of how overboard we kind of went on the first rebuild. So all we needed to have a functional car was a new intercooler, new intercooler pipes, new rad, new rims, new tires, new paint, and new bumper and fenders, really. That's all that was required, but of course we kind of went a little overboard. So we ended up putting a small battery kit, but that was kind of required. The new intercooler piping and short ram intake were a little bigger than stock, so we had to put a smaller battery so that it wouldn't hit on the piping. We got a new O2 manifold, new header, test pipe. We got some Mishimoto rad hoses and some carbon fiber, of course, to decorate the engine bay and make it look prettier. Before it was just powder coated, and we ended up getting carbon. And we also got some new brakes, which really we needed. They were kind of finished. We got front and rear strut bars from GT Spec. We got some new coils to put on the stock Bilstein shocks. We got some carbon all around the car and some new horns, and we got some LED lighting in the front grille to be a little fancy, because we all know we need those points when we go to car shows. And then we also put some Rally Armor mud flaps, put an HKS turbo timer, a dual gauge pod inside that was also made of carbon, got the air to fuel ratio gauge from Innovate and the boost gauge from Innovate, and also some interior blue lighting. We also just painted some interior pieces to accent them white so they would match with the exterior of the car. And that's pretty much all we did for the first rebuild, just to get the car to our standard. My intention when I purchased the EVO wasn't to race it or anything crazy. We just wanted to get it rebuilt so I could have a car, really, and get it out there and get it seen, because EVO 9s are very rare here where we come from, and it was just nice to have one around. And it was nice to have one restored and built the way that we wanted to, and be able to go out there and show what we can do and what dreams we had came reality. As a girl owning a car like that, I had a lot to own up to. I had to make sure that I was educated and I knew what I was talking about, because people would test me and laugh at me if I didn't know the answer. But I always made sure to ask and have the right answer ready. Um, it was a learning curve. We ended up enjoying the car for about a month, and then my husband went on a little joyride and melted the rings on piston number 4, so it had to go back and shop and be opened, and that's when we learned the previous owner had a plan for that car. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode about the initial rebuild. I feel like I can't fit the whole rebuild story and some review on the parts we used in one episode. It would be super long. So what I'll do is next episode, I'll go through the whole initial mod list again and give you guys a review on the parts we used, what we thought about them, what we liked and didn't like, just in short, so you guys have an idea, and then we'll go from there. So until next time, thanks for watching, and make sure to follow and subscribe to get notification for the next videos.